Good morning students, how are you all? Today we are going to start a new chapter number 8. How do organisms reproduce? So you all know from your earlier classes that reproduction is one of the metabolic processes of your body. So why is reproduction essential? Reproduction is essential so as to maintain the continuity of a species. If reproduction is not there, the species would not be able to produce one of their own kind and ultimately they will get extinct. So to maintain this continuity, one has to reproduce. So every organism, whether it is a plant or an animal, all reproduce. They all reproduce so that they can maintain their species. So while doing reproduction, what is the information that is generated from one generation to another? That is basically a DNA. During reproduction, this is DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. It is a blueprint for reproduction. For any reproduction to occur, we have deoxyribonucleic acid, that is DNA, which is the blueprint for reproduction. So whenever the reproduction has to occur, the parent has to produce the copies of DNA. What they do? They produce a copy of their DNA so that they can pass their DNA to their offspring or to their progenies. So this is how the DNA is transformed from parents to their children, and they are looking exactly the same like their parents. You often have seen like children are resembling their parents or grandparents. So why do this occur? This occurs because they have inherited the DNA from their parents. So now depending upon all this, reproduction is of two types, that is sexual or asexual. So these are the two modes of reproduction. Reproduction may be sexual reproduction, it may be asexual reproduction. So in sexual reproduction, basically what happens? Two parents are involved to give birth to a progeny. Means in this sexual reproduction, two parents donate their gametes to give rise to a new progeny. Whereas in asexual reproduction only single parents contribute to the development of a baby. So we are going to study first of all asexual reproduction in detail. First of all, let us put stress on the definition of the chapter. What is asexual reproduction? Reproduction in which single parent gives rise to its progeny. So asexual reproduction is the reproduction in which only single parent gives rise to its progeny. So what is happening in this reproduction? The genetic material which an individual is having, that is passing that same genetic material to its offspring. Means like father is having a genetic material A, the same genetic material is being passed to its progeny. Mother is having a DNA A and that is with the same. So if we see the genetic makeup of these two organisms, it is exactly the same. So you have also seen that progenies of asexual reproduction, progeny of asexual reproduction are the clones to their parents. So what happens? The progenies of asexual reproduction, what are they? They are exactly the clone of their parent. Means they are looking exactly similar to their parent. There is no little variations seen. But now see, in the case of sexual reproduction, in this mode, two parents give rise to offspring. What happens? In this, two parents give rise to the offspring. Like what is happening? There are two parents, they are mostly opposite in sex. One is father and mother. Say for example, father has a genetic makeup as AA and mother is having AA. So what they are going to do? Whenever they are going to contribute their genes, so they are going to form, first of all, they are going to form the gametes. In sexual reproduction, gamete formation take place, whereas asexual reproduction, no gamete formation has taken place. So what happens? Gamete formation take place and gamete form will be separately A and A. And for the mother, when the gametes will be formed, it will form A and A. Whenever these two gametes fuse, it will give to rise to a new progeny with a different variation. Now you can see that the progeny of sexual reproduction has the variation. As you can see, the genetic makeup of a father is capital AA and mother is small aa, and when they fertilize, they give rise to capital A, small a. So the genetic makeup of a progeny is very different from the genetic makeup of the parent. So in sexual reproduction, we often see वेरिएशंस. हमें सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शंस में हमेशा क्या नजर आती है? वेरिएशंस नजर आती है. नाउ लेट्स टॉकिंग अबाउट वेरिएशन. व्हाट इज वेरिएशन? वेरिएशन इज द डिफरेंस दैट वी ऑब्जर्व फ्रॉम जनरेशन टू जनरेशन. जब भी हम किसी ऑर्गेनिज्म में जनरेशन टू जनरेशन वेरिएशंस देखते हैं, जो वेरिएशंस अराइज हो जाती हैं, तो वो वेरिएशंस क्या है? That is, difference is created in them. So according to you, what can be there? Are the variations important? Yes, variations are very important. Variations क्यों important है? Because you have seen that from earlier time, the climatic conditions, the surroundings, the adapted areas, all is getting very different. So everything is changing simultaneously, and in that case, if particular organism do not change at all, what will happen? They will be unable to survive in that changing conditions. So as you have seen that climatic conditions are also changing, environmental conditions are also changing. So organisms are having variations in them, and from generation to generation you are going to observe the variations. So why is variation necessary? Because variation help an organism to adapt itself in its environment. They give him the capability, they give it the capability so that it can easily sustain or easily live in that changing conditions. So now you know variation is also important. So whenever we are talking about asexual reproduction, as you know, in asexual reproduction, the children are the exact copy of their parents. ठीक है, वेरिएशन उसमें नहीं होगा क्योंकि पेरेंट्स से जेनेटिक मटेरियल है जो वो एज इट इज उसके ऑफस्प्रिंग में आ जाना है. बट जब जेनेटिक मटेरियल एज इट इज आ जाना, लेकिन फिर भी ड्यू टू इन्वायरमेंटल कंडीशंस कहीं ना कहीं ओवर द जनरेशंस थोड़ी बहुत वेरिएशंस उनमें भी दिखाई देती है. बट एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन में जो वेरिएशंस हैं दे आर वेरी स्लो एज कंपेयर टू द सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन. सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन में हमें फास्ट वेरिएशंस नजर आती हैं, वेयर एज एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन में हमें जो वेरिएशंस दिखती हैं दे आर वेरी स्लो. So asexual method, asexual mode of reproductions are of various types. First is binary or multiple fission. Word itself states what is fission. Fission means breakdown. किसी भी चीज का टूट जाना, that is a fission. So binary or multiple fission is the, when binary means कोई भी organism जब 2 में डिवाइड हो जाए, एंड मल्टीपल फिजन होता है जब कोई भी ऑर्गेनिज्म एक से ज्यादा में डिवाइड होता है, तो दैट इज अ मल्टीपल फिजन. नेक्स्ट फिनोमिना इज बडिंग. व्हाट हैपेंस इन बडिंग? बडिंग में क्या होता है, एक ऑर्गेनिज्म अपनी बॉडी पर एक बड ग्रो कर देता है. वो बड ग्रो होती रहती है, पेरेंट बॉडी से अपना न्यूट्रिशन लेती रहती है, एंड वंस दैट मैच्योर बड गेट्स मैच्योर्ड, वो क्या होता है अपने पेरेंट बॉडी से डिटैच होकर नीचे सॉइल में गिर जाती है, एंड अल्टीमेटली इट ग्रोज इनटू एन अनदर ऑर्गेनिज्म. सो दिस इज द मेथड ऑफ बडिंग. नेक्स्ट वन इज फ्रैगमेंटेशन. फ्रैगमेंटेशन क्या होता है? फ्रैगमेंटेशन एक मेथड है जिसमें एक ऑर्गेनिज्म टूटकर कई पार्ट्स में डिवाइड हो जाता है, और टूटने के बाद वो अपने जितने भी टूटे हुए पार्ट्स हैं उनको एक न्यू ऑर्गेनिज्म में डेवलप कर लेते हैं. दैट इज अ फ्रैगमेंटेशन. अनदर वन इज रीजनरेशन. Regeneration is the ability of organism to develop its lost part. Say for example, you are taking the example of lizard. You might have seen lizard leaving its tail. आपने बहुत बार देखा, मैंने अगर आप if you are trying to touch a lizard, what it does, वो अपनी टेल को छोड़कर चली जाती है, एंड आफ्टर सम टाइम इट ग्रोज हर इट्स टेल अगेन. तो वो हो क्या रहा है, वो बेसिकली उसका जो लॉस्ट पार्ट है अपने लॉस्ट पार्ट को दोबारा से ग्रो कर जाती है. ह्यूमंस के केस में भी हम रीजनरेशन देखते हैं, लाइक आपके नेल्स हैं, ग्रो करते हैं एंड यू कट देम, आफ्टर दैट दे ग्रो अगेन. सो व्हाट इज दैट? दैट इज बेसिकली अ रीजनरेशन. एंड द लास्ट मेथड इज स्पोर फॉर्मेशन. स्पोर फॉर्मेशन क्या होता है? स्पोर फॉर्मेशन वो टेक्निक है जिसमें एक ऑर्गेनिज्म अपना अनफेवरेबल कंडीशंस में स्पोर्स की फॉर्मेशन करता है. स्पोर फॉर्मेशन का क्या लॉजिक है? देखो, स्पोर्स जो है वो वाइबल रहते हैं, इवन एक्सट्रीम कंडीशंस में वाइबल रहते हैं. तो व्हेनेवर एनी ऑर्गेनिज्म, जब किसी में कंडीशंस एप्रोप्रिएट ना हो, कंडीशंस ओके ना हो, ऐसे केस में क्या होता है, स्पोर्स बन जाते हैं. वो स्पोर्स इंटैक्ट रहते हैं इनटू द स्पोरेंजियम. उसके बाद क्या होता है, जब भी कंडीशन फेवरेबल हो जाए वो उसमें से निकलकर अपना ग्रो हो जाते हैं. तो स्पोर फॉर्मेशन इज ऑल्सो अ टेक्निक ऑफ एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन, जिससे ऑर्गेनिज्म एक्सट्रीम क्लाइमेट में भी सर्वाइव करता है. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू सी ईच ऑफ दिस इन डिटेल.
Amoeba reproduces asexually by binary fission. Binary fission is a type of asexual reproduction in which the fully grown parents split into two halves, producing two new daughter cells. At the time of binary fission, amoeba withdraw its pseudopodia and becomes spherical in shape. The nucleus splits and divides into two daughter nuclei. These daughter nuclei then move to the opposite poles. This is followed by elongation and then the division of the parent cell. Thus, two daughter amoebae is formed out of single parent, and this process goes on further. This entire process takes about half an hour to occur. Hydra. Hydra is one of the simplest sedentary multicellular freshwater organism. It is about 1 centimeter long. It has a tubular body with the basal end for attachment and other end free, which is called the oral end. Hydra reproduces asexually by budding. At the time of asexual reproduction, small bud appears on the body. As the bud elongates, tentacles grow on it. This becomes a newly formed hydra. This newly formed hydra detaches from the parent body and fixes on the substratum. Fragmentation. Have you ever noticed green patches on the water body? These are algae. Algae reproduce asexually by fragmentation. Mature algae breaks up into fragments and then these fragments grow individually. Fragmentation is the process of breaking of mature organism into two or more fragments. Regeneration. Regeneration is the ability of an organism to redevelop its lost body part. Here is a salamander who regenerates its lost part. If any of its part is cut off, then there is nothing to worry. It will grow back its lost body part. Cells stream out to injured part and redevelop the lost body part. The developed body part is able to perform all its function efficiently. Spore formation. Spore formation take place in multicellular organisms like Rhizopus. Rhizopus has hair-like structures called hyphae. It has stem. It has ball-like structure called sporangia. Sporangia bears spores in it. These are the four main structures of Rhizopus. Sporangia and spores are the reproductive part of the Rhizopus, whereas stem and hyphae has nothing to do with reproduction. Sporangia has the outer covering around itself. Spores are lying intact in it. They remain protected in it. Spores are very delicate structures. When they find conditions appropriate, they come out of this layer. As this layer ruptures, the spores come out of it and flow in the air. These spores have the ability to form a new Rhizopus. The outer layer protects the delicate spores against the bad environment. In favorable conditions, it breaks and spores come out. You can also see this Rhizopus growing on a moist bread. This occurs because the spores keep on floating in the air, and when they got the suitable conditions, they grow into a new Rhizopus. These green structures present on the bread are basically the Rhizopus. This is how the plants reproduce by spores. Thank you.